Hi, it's Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and this is part of a series showing how I'm going to alter this book layout by layout, page by page. In a previous video, I showed how to glue some of the pages together to make pockets, little pockets here. I love pockets in my altered books because then you can put tags and notes and little secret things and have a lot of fun. If you missed the video on how to make pockets using the pages themselves, there's a link to it in the text below this video. Today, I want to show how to make pockets using some external media, to wit, postcards. Now, let me show you what that looks like when it's finished in this altered book, where I have used a postcard on either side. I've then altered it. Basically, what I've done is just glued down all three sides, leaving one side open, and now we can put something in there, like a little card or photograph or, what have you. So now let's look at how to get from here to there. If you don't have old postcards, do not fret, because again, in the text below this video, there is a link, and that link will take you to my website and a post that will have some free high-resolution scans of a selection of old postcards. So you can take those and print those and use them. Before I start gluing things down, I want to add a little bit of background color and texture to the page, and that will give it some depth and interest to the eye. I'm going to do that with a stencil and a stamp pad and a blending tool. If you don't have these, improvise. Use a makeup sponge or some other stencil tool. Now, I'm also not going to make this all perfect, wall-to-wall coverage. I don't like it to be too matchy-matchy. It's a shabby chic look and a distressed look. So I'm just going to bounce and pounce around the edges. Here you can see that I've put some color over color, so it's even messier. It's kind of shadowy. Okay, I'm also not going to worry about doing too much in the middle because it's going to be covered up anyway. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so the next thing is to also ink up the edges on my postcards themselves. This will give them a little bit of faux aging and again some depth. I'm taking a brown color on my ink pad now, and I'm just going to go very lightly around the edges. And now we're ready to start gluing. Now I have my messy stenciled pages and my postcards that have some messy blended edges. It's time to start gluing. Again, what I want to do though is just glue this side, and this side, leaving this one open. That's where our pocket's going to be. I'm using some acrylic gel medium. You could also use a PVA or a craft glue. And you just want to glue up these edges like this. You know, you want it to be a generous coat, not too thick or there won't be much pocket, and not too thin or it might just pull right out of your page. It's a little bit of trial and error. Okay. Now, down it goes. Make sure you got the right edge sticking out. Believe me, I learned the hard way. I'm going to use a little bit more paper here and really make sure that I've got a tight seal. Also want to pick up any little bits of glue that have squeaked out there. Otherwise, they'll look kind of messy when it dries. Now, this is glued in place, but I highly recommend that you cover this up. And then this is some wax paper, grease-proof paper to keep from gluing the pages to themselves. Now, I'm going to weight this down. You can use some heavy books, like encyclopedias or dictionaries or blocks or whatever you have, and let it sit for a couple of hours. That way you're going to get a really tight seal that's not going to pull up when you use your page a lot. Now everything is glued down and we have a nice tight seal. We have a pocket over here on this side and a pocket over here on this side. And this would already be a pretty darn good page, but I'm going to add some collage elements to alter the layout a little bit more. I love wings of all kinds in my work, especially birds. You can see here that he has a little bit of purple, mauve, and blue colors that I think pick up the same shades in the stenciling and ink work, so that's good. It would be cool if he could go straight all the way in the frame. But if I do that, this tail is going to interfere with whatever's going in the bottom part of that pocket, and something's going to tear. So I'm just going to move him down a little bit. He's still perched, so it's got an organic feel to it, or an integrated feel. But now this is going to be a lot stronger. Over here, I have a lady from, I think she was from some old church on, book on church art. And it is a shame to cover up the handwriting, but that is a darn good layout. The elements are looking towards each other, and it's creating a narrative. I don't know what the story is. You have to tell me, but there is definitely a story here. So I'm going to glue that down and be right back. Now it's time to embellish the page, otherwise known as the really fun part. I have started by going around all of the elements with a charcoal pencil. And there's all kinds of charcoal pencils. When you find one you like, stick with it. I like a medium because if it's hard, it's probably not going to smudge. And if it's soft, it's just going to crumble. So charcoal pencil. And I've already done this side where I've gone around every thing. Okay, and I'm going to just show you how we do that. One over here. There we go. Over here, I'm going all around. All right, and I've already done everything else, and now I'm just going to smudge. Okay, smudge the. You can use a smudging tool, a blending tool, but I can't be bothered. So if you're tidy, that is an option. Okay, so you see now this is really, it's throwing off a little bit of shadow. and some depth, little mystery. Okay, it's kind of fun. So, and it's super simple. Now, note that I did go around the cardboard, postcards. I did not do the open edge because I can fix the charcoal, but just in case I don't or it's imperfect, anything I stick in here might pick up some charcoal, you know, any tags or whatnot, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this unsmudged. Now, I like to, as a rule, this is a 2-page layout. I want to help the viewer's eye to see it as one layout and not page, but layout. So I'm going to draw these pages together. Today I'm using a Derwent graphite chunky stick. They're called XL. Okay. Derwent XL chunkies. I'm just going around the border. This is a kind of mauve color that again is picking up some of the purpley red-blue colors in the stamping and stenciling. I'm not sometimes I use a whole lot and just really smudge it, almost like a ½ inch into the page. But today I'm going with a little bit more subtle, so just the edge, a thin edge. Might want to pull it into the corners a little, pull it out there. So now you see you have given it a sort of frame. But one of the reasons that I didn't go overboard with the smudgy on the outside is I want to add one last embellishment, mark making, that will probably make it enough. And that is, I've got blue ink and water in a mini spritzer. And I am going to cover my images and protect them and then add this all the way across like that. Now this mister has some water in it. And I'm going to use that to loosen this up and get it to drizzle down the page. I don't want it on her, so I'm going to shake as needed. And here we go, it's finished. I'm very happy with this. I might go on tinkering with it, but it's pretty much done. I've added in the pockets a carte de visite. She's from the 1880s, and I even put a little bit of a heart here, a little hanging embellishment. And I'm going to leave this hanging over the edge a little bit so it actually becomes part of the layout. Over here I have a holy card, a French holy card from 1921, beautiful lithograph colors. And again, I'm going to let that hang over the edge just a little. But you could put any tag or note or photograph that you like and make it your own. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Give me some feedback. I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel and also to my newsletter, where every other Sunday you will get free downloads and art tutorials and the occasional pep talk. Until then, please get up and go make something.